Fighter 6.
No.
Street Fighter 6.
テスト、
テスト。
テスト、
テスト。Anyway, let's go. はい、カモン。
Street Fighter 6.
6。Nice.
Fighting ground.
川崎グリーン。あいつ暗いな。うん、いつもそう渋い。お、ニュー。
Practice. Combo try. Parry.
ノットモダン。
Parry.
オ
Versus are active. Combo try. Period.
No, not the cracks.
Comes a new challenger.
まいちゃん。
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Opts for the throw. Good anti-air. Goes for the fireball. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The jump in is denied. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. They are not afraid to let the overdrive art fly, even when there's a spark. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Taking him to Cloud9 hits them with a stopping bomb. Fires a power wave. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Blocks it. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Big things blow. Raises with power wave. Throws them. Big throws. Drive rush to keep it going. Full effort. Ooh, what a smart throw. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? They were waiting for it. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Okay, let's go. Ranked match.
Here comes a new challenger.
Edo.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, first round. What's going to happen? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Time's the only thing moving here. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. That's one huge life lead. Is this going where we think it is? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO.
So tough.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological
Is it you
advantage.
challenger? Liar!
Hit them with a 1-2-3.
No!
Game blows. Peppers them with a psycho blitz.
No.
Very slick with the combo. Fires a power wave. Were they baiting them into that?
So tough.
Ends the round
I
with
couldn't
sick
do
combo.
anything.
Amazing. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Sorry. I'm cool.
Oh, how sweet!
Judy-chan.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with a projectile. They trade hits, and now uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stick, experiencing burnout. They're both out of drive gauge. Will they press on in there?
No!
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They trade hits. Drive gauge gap here. Fires a power wave. Shows the medium kick. Buffs up. Oh, they're in the corner now. Smart play to stop the opponent. Raises with power wave. gets a risky button. Knockdown throws him.
Ah, fuck!
Are we gonna see him come flatline zone?
I didn't do
Brings it
anything!
home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
I'm back to gold. Fuck.
Thank you. Here comes a new challenger.
Teddy.
We're about to see a mirror match go down,
Diet.
where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? The fight's now underway. This is with the play-by-play. Decides to go in with the target combo. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? All right, what's coming up next? Get some. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Fires a power wave. Going on the offensive? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super.
What am I doing?
Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. What's the next move? Creates an opening with a low heavy? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Big change blow.
Nice combo.
They were right to be on guard there. Pops off the tank and scores the win.
I was sweet.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Uses their drive gauge. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Going on the offensive? Both fighters are
nice.
raring to go. Still slugging it out at this range. Rushes in. Blocks the low kick. Lets loose the power wave. Hits the drive. Player 2 has a big drive gauge lead. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Flatline zone.
Easy.
Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the...
A new challenger.
Aki. Ero costume. But disgusting. Aki is disgusting, right? What? Come. What happened? Oh. Is this bigger?
We're in for something special
ネ
right
バト
here,
の
right now.
極地納豆クラトののど Looks like
Here we
Lao
go.
北斗の
What are
剣
these fighters going to do? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Lots of aggression from both sides. Goes for the throw.
わったったった
Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. Going on the offensive? Throws them to
No.
negate the block. Both springs forward with the drive rush. KO.
ラッキー
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Risky up-close scrap still going. Hits with the overhead. Knockdown and... the dome. They were right to be on
あ
guard.
あ、ミスミス
Big throw. Going in, a super art. The super doesn't hit. Fires a power wave. How will they manage their drive games? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. They decide to take a breather to regroup.
ネットインターネット
Player 1 has the deck stacked against KO.
おう、ソーリー
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if
Is
they
she
can
okay?
build themselves a streak.
So he has サムスンソ
Here comes a new challenger.
セクシー
Our fighters are ready to get down to it. So let's
Kawaii.
start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? An aggressive attack. Charges in with authority.
ナイ
Now
ス
pushes back all the way to center stage. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range.
おう、
Goes
ナ
in
イス
to negate the block. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other brings out the super art.
ナイス
How is it going to work out for them? It's turned into a driveless fight. How will they play it? KO.
ノーおう、ナイスコンボ
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Raises with power wave. Projectile to try and change the situation. Answers with a rising down. Player springs forward with the drive rush. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Going in. Dashing.
ノー
Getting that execution will come
グッドプレイヤ
Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Barely blocks the jump in. Dangerous range here. Oh my, the throw tag. Power away. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. How did they anticipate that jump in?
ーかっこ
This
い
is
い
the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Impact squat. Show Ryo engine, give them. Yo, put that away. Fires a power wave. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Break the enemy shield and get that buff. The attack continues. Power wave. Sets up with the jump in. Raw super hard incoming.
あノー
Eye takes out the trash.
パックお
Closes in. What now? Let's lose the power wave. There it is.
ノー
Drive in back misses. Pokes with a kick. Okay, here we go.
ノー
Can they close this round without relying on drive? They are
ラッ
done.
キー
Player 2 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to...
Here comes a new challenger.
Jamie.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to
I
go.
can't read his
Who's going
name.
to come out on top in this fight? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the fireball. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Ooh, with a hit, with, or
Nice.
even charge in. Tricky territory here. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. Holds out with the block.
No!
They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
They exchange blows.
What? What?
Stagger step. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace.
What?
Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Big. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Perfect KO.
I couldn't do anything, fuck. So I missed a lot.
When you're locked in, you're locked
I
in.
didn't show
That
you
was
that.
a decisive win.
Rising tackle. Rising tackle. You're mine. Rising tackle. Rising tackle. Burn knuckle. Quick burn. Burn knuckle. Power charge. Power charge. Power charge. Power charge. Power charge. Are you okay? Buster Ball. Power blade. Here comes a new challenger.
Look.
Our fighters are ready to lay it
Taki
all on the
one
line.
shot.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Oh, with the drive impact. Player one has the life lead. All right. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. Brushes off the impact. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Reacts fast enough to get the counter. Checks him with the projectile. Parries to cancel the fireball. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Oh.
I didn't do anything. What should I
Player one on
do?
the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure
Anyway,
on.
wait.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player one kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Shows the medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Burnout! Expect a tempo of the match to change. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. What'll happen here? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Crack the dome! Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Both sides getting ready. No! Critical art now?
Bad idea.
Wraps it up with a throw! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Just go for it at this range. Waiting to pounce on this chance to go all in with Terry's rising man. Their opponent's gonna have to drink this all in. And it is on. There's a burnout. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player one is looking at a good situation with burnout. The jump in is enough. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Taps him on the toe. Actually, will this super art do anything? What now? Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Back into the court, turns out. Player two can't use any drive through. Oh! Oh, see, they are done. Player 2 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. Perfect input, not letting up. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. That's one huge life lead.
Hey, fuck
This
off,
is going
fuck.
where we can get it, capitalizes on every mistake, and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Was looking for that jump attack. Goes for the jump in. Perfect input, not letting up. A quick breather. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Ends the round with a
I
sick
didn't
combo.
do anything.
Amazing. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
You're mine! Oh, how sweet!
Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's
Panda
time for
duo.
business.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with a projectile. Still slugging it out here. Big counter. Knocked down.
What am I doing?
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
No.
If they
I
can't
missed
escape
a lot.
this rock solid corner pressure, this round is over.
What am I doing?
KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Bare knuckle. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Big throw. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Drive gauge gap here. Player 2, oh, burnout triggered. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Will they gamble something here on a drive? Super to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Drive switch. Uses their drive gauge. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Fires a power wave. Sticks the combo.
What?
They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
What?
Takes the chance to hurt us. The comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Blocks the low heavy. Ends with a projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Nails the anti-air.
What?
Checks with a medium kick. All right, what's coming up next? The dome. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Scrapping it out, they were right to be on guard there. Uses the target combo as a filler. Both fighters planning something? KO! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
What?
Box him with a target combo.
That's a long
Now
range.
they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Solid combo. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Combo with the target combo. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
What?
Shows a medium kick. Checks with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Fires a power wave. Jumps. G-right kicks for a mix-up. They quickly hit them with a stopping bomb. Very slick with the combo. Goes low. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Are we granted? Mainly.
ルーテン
Player 2
Hi.
brings it home. Let's see if they can build
Che-
themselves a streak.
Cheche. What? Are you a newbie?
Right back into
Hey,
the
hello.
We
How
ain't
are
even
you?
close to done yet. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Overhead. Still slugging it out here.
You remember
They managed to escape
KRI
the corner, but they can't let their guard down.
Yeah, wait.
Player 1 with the life lead. Combo with the target combo. Sticks the combo. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Goes low. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Hopes with a medium kick. In there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in
No.
the night. What else can they get away with? Raises with power wave. Burns the drive gauge. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown and connects with medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Both fighters planning something? Player 2, all the throws connects. This may turn into a big chance. Quick breather. I'm experiencing burnout. Flatlines him. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go.
Please tell me you about you again.
Try knuckle roll. Final round. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Nice counter. Player 1 can build off this lead. Aims for the shins. Throws them from above. Whip super arts into play. Anything goes at this point. Nails it. Power wave. Dangerous range here. Close range projectile. Good parry. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
聞いて
They're
み
still
やの
at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Smart play to stop the opponent. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Neither of them willing to back off. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any Yo, put that away! Takes a trip. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Goes low. Burnout activates. Player 1, it charges forward. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Smart decision. The chip damage was enough. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. There is KO!
No.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1.
They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Opts for the throw. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Takes the trip. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Coming through. Fires a power wave. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. I can't keep track of the KO. Player 1 takes the round
does
like
not
a thief in the
beautiful.
night. What else can they get away with? Throws a fireball. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Still very early in the round. Goes the power baser. Looking to score some big damage. Now, can they finish the job? Goes low. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning something? How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Medium kick hits. Wow, reads the counter. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Here comes the corner pressure. Aims for the shin. Both absolutely refusing to give up. Super art to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for them. Wants to close it out in style, but is it enough? What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Pokes with a medium kick. Gets the jump in. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. The throw connects for counter hit damage. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Solid throw tag. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Squeezes the gauge. Gets them. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. They're backed up into the corner. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive use. Gets the counter hit from the win. They're so good at whip punch. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Thank you for teaching
They
me.
choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Can't tech the throw. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Uses the parry. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. The jump in is denied. Ooh, snap kick sends them spinning. We're near the end of the round. Both fighters finishes it with the anti-air. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Quick dash in. Both fighters planning something? Yo, put that away. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. At least one of them is having a good time. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Reads the jumping.
No.
A fireball at that range? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see
He's
if they can build
diamond.
themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
How's this?
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. They trade hits, and now, no more drive gauge. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient the KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Big counter. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Connects with medium kick. They're going for the super art. They are closing. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
G39 0M8
Who's gonna take it off?
Huh?
The low kick hits. A trade. They were right to be on guard there. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Nowhere to run. Will this super do anything? Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. With the rhythm medium kick.
Hi!
Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.
It was not a good day for me.
Y'all ain't going
I
anywhere.
can't get to me.
After these two are done. Burn knuckle. Goes with the fireball. Fires a power wave. Player 1 has the light advantage. The jump in catches them. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
No.
Takes the chance to hurt him. Taking stock. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any...
No.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Charges in with burn knuckle. They trade hits. And now, fires a power wave. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Stops them with a shorty. Goes with the safe stuff with that
what
target.
should I do?
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Life lead is there. What up there? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out?
She's
Are we gonna
also
witness a
teacher
blowout?
like you.
Goes for a projectile to try and change the
G39 There means Halloween Australia but anyway hope
Oh, yeah.
one with the life lead. That overhead was a bit obvious. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Bops him with a target.
So tough.
Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Very scary.
No.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night.
Halloween.
What else can they
Oh,
get away
oh.
with? Waves with power.
I have it so that Halloween
Was
party.
looking for that jump attack. G-right kick for a mix-up.
No.
Player 2, they were right to be on
Nah.
Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Ah, burnout activates. Player 1 in dire burnout. Medium kick hit. Overhead attack. Crowns him from from above. Let's lose the power weight. Using chisels. Of this is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts things low heavy, but no go. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Nothing stops this train. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Barry's hungry like a wolf and showing some bang. My man, howling with the what will they do next? Tease them out. Looking for a hole. Scuffle. Both sides connects with the throw. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some mates reads the jump in perfectly. Medium kick. Uses their drive game. Let's lose the power weight. The low's blocked. They gotta find something to one of them. Player 1 faces the giant and walks away unscathed.
I got the V.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Overhead. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Taking stock. This is a real back and forth match. They definitely know what the other is capable of. All right, what's coming up next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Jumps up, and the throw ends around. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Raises with power weight! Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Connects with medium kick. Player 1 is what charges forward. Fires a power weight! Going on the offensive? Jones with the fire, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Exchange blows. Extra spicy, sure you connect. Burnout activates.
Oh no.
Up and gets the stun. This round may be as good as over. Player 2, that amazing, never say die attitude got them the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Contradicting to the face. Fires a power weight.
Nice.
Goes with the safe stuff with that target comp. And his drive brings him back. Player 1 is barely there's a burnout.
What
Player
the?
1 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. Isn't crossed that off. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Shifts him for the win.
ありがとうございました。
That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight.
Difficult.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yummy. Anyway, now I want to learn defense.
Give me that drama. Give me that grind. Are y'all ready?
Silver.
It's fight night time.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes for the low kick. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Still slugging it out here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Time's the only thing moving here. They hit each other. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. With the throw. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning. Hits him for this. Gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Raises with power win! Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Super clutch corner switch. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. That's a counter. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A quick breather. Player 2 holding on to that point. Nice read with the cannon spike. Still scrapping for control of the space. Medium kick hit. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Charges forward. Power away! They push their way out of the corner. Time to go for broke. Yo, critical eye out. What a finish!
Yeah. She's silver.
Player 1 was an absolute beast in this
I have to
match.
cut me.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Reacts fast enough to get the counter. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Impacts are no-go. Player 1 is just about out of drive out now. Knockdown. Combo with the target combo. Takes a trip. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. That drive impact doesn't get through. Okay, creating perfect read to get the finish with the lower. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Doesn't miss a beat. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Quick breather. Big kick ends the meter. Hoping for a good return.
Finish.
Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Another fight is coming your way.
There looks like Rao Hokuto no Ken.
HP maxed.
Ah.
Side quests done. And the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
I played with him today. He came
See
here
what they try to
again.
do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. This is a real back and forth match. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Taking stock. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Raises with power wave! Going in with Devil's Reverse. Knockdown. Drive rush to keep it going. KO.
Gorilla power.
Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The grab misses. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Active combo hit. Springs forward with
power.
the drive rush. Player 2, there's the wall splash. They can't do anything now.
No.
Still
Miss,
fighting for
miss, miss.
control of the space. Snacks him with the backflip. Looking for more damage. Turn it up. Let's get the tempo of the match to change. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. KO. Player one played with a lot of heart to pull off a trick.
No, no, no.
Bad idea.
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
Oh. Old cookie.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Parries to cancel the fire. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can.
No.
Oh, burnout! Expect the tempo of the match. Oh!
あっぶね
Player
So
two
close.
picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checking their reactions with a fireball? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it?
No.
Doesn't springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, the drive rush to keep it going. Hit them.
Oh, yeah,
Their
he's
will to
diamond.
live is really being tested here. Demon Raid hits the burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Finds the target. Got him up against the wall and the stuff
No,
is
miss.
there. Flatlines him. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with the fireball. Jesus with power weight. Goes for the jump in. Risky up close scrap. Getting it all on the drive run. Rocks the gloves. Here comes the super. Both sides get this is gonna hurt. Hit them with the extra. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Line zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic.
Mm. Julie-chan,
Oh, looks
7.
like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. What are they thinking here? The load doesn't connect. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Spends gauge to hit back with a reversal. Throws them to negate the block. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish.
Yeah,
Player 2
she's
picks up the
blonde.
first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two.
Ero do you still remember me?
Immediate jump.
Yeah, wait.
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive game. They'll need to be very careful here. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in, this is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Big opportunity now in this corner. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to pay. Oh. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Are you coming here? I don't remember your
IAM
name.
3RT
Oh, yeah, 3RT. Hi. How are you? For a long time.
You're mine.
What were you doing recently?
IAM fine
Yeah, nice.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets the counter in. Goes for the fireball.
IAM グラインディングと HT3 インネスポット
Starts with a jump in. Opts for the throw. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Alright, what's coming up next? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. And the throw ends the round.
I'm grinding for...
Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to
What
keep
is
the pressure on.
HT3?
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Smart play to stop the opponent. Fires a power wave. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Connects with the throw. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh, the throw connects. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Get out of nowhere. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Still slugging it out here. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? In a dire situation, they delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Does a good job of pushing back. Fires a power wave. Uses the parry. Connects with medium kick. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closing moments of the match. One in there.
Oh, good.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Throws a fireball. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Were they baiting them into that? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Raises with power wave. But drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. A quick breather. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Do they have enough drive gauge? Nice parry. Not much life difference. Going in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Fires a power wave. Player, ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 goes for the Shin Hashogen. Still scrapping forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Player crowns him from above. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. From upstairs. Raises with power wave. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Drive reversal to break in. Checks them with the projectile. That drive impact doesn't get through. Low heavy hits mix up incomers.
No!
Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Checks with a medium kick. The jump in is denied. The throw misses. Player 2 in trouble with no drop.
No.
Takes in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
There's an overdrive arc. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Medium kick.
Oh.
Smart play with the throw. Looking for a chance. Fires a power wave. Pokes with a medium kick. Raises with power wave. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. The load blocked. Overdrive Hadouken. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? Power wave! Gets it to perfect, closes it out! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Down for one more. Fight. Round. Fight. Knuckle.
Who baits out the low kick? Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Wrecks them! Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Players
Nice
do
combo.
manage their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Oh my god, they just blew it up! The Wolf of Southtown is on the hunt and ready to show his face! My man's about to show everyone who runs this town! Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Turns out, Player 1 throws them. Getting up close and personal. Great job in escaping that corner pressure. The shot pays off! Player 2 delivers the upset! That's one for the
Hey! I enjoyed a lot. Can I end this stream today? By the way, Specialty, why do you change your name so often? I don't remember your name. Yeah, anyway, thank you for coming to this channel. I end this stream, so today I want to do riding a bike. So now Japan is rainy season, so I have to ride my motorcycle. So tomorrow and next tomorrow will be rainy day. So anyway, I wanted to ride today. Yeah, thank you for coming to this channel. I end this stream. See you next.
またね。
ね。ありがとう。Terima kasih. Dhanyawad. 谢谢你。Have a nice day. Have a nice stream.